everybody, it's Jeff, Aromatics, sitting here at my rolling station, rolling some cigars. While I was here, I figured I would do a video that I've been meaning to do for a while. And it is to discuss a bunching method that I like to use. And I think it's great for a beginner to try out when you're first starting out and you just want to put something together pretty quick and you don't really have that feel yet of how to, roll entubado, which in case you don't know what that is, that's when you take the leaf and you just roll it up into a tube, and then you take your next piece of leaf, roll it up into a tube, and then you kind of go by feel and bunch that way. Well, another way you can try, one way that's kind of popular but kind of looked down upon is called the book method. And I've never really done that because I've always done this method, which I'm going to show you right here, and that is called what I call the double fold book method, and there's some advantages to that, which we'll go over to in a minute. So, all right, let me move my camera down here to show you a better view of what I'm doing, and we'll be right back. Okay, hopefully you can see what I'm doing okay here. So what I have here is I have each of my filler leaves stacked from the lightest to the strongest. So in other words, what you'd want is your Secos or Viso to be on this end, and then you'd go up to your thickest leaf or the slowest burning, and that would be like usually your Ligero. So what I'm blending today is I'm trying to tweak an old blend of mine called the Panic, which is Pennsylvania broadleaf and Nicaraguan tobacco. And it's one of my favorite blends, but it's changed since I've gotten new batches of tobacco, so I'm kind of trying to tweak it a little bit. So what I have here is right here, I've got some Esteli Seco, I've got some Condega, or Esteli Viso, Condega Viso, some Pennsylvania Ligero, and some, what is this? It is Jalapa Ligero. So that's what I got going on here. So what we want to do is stack it so that your lightest, the best burning tobacco is on the outside, on the bottom. And so we'll stack it up like so. Stack it up evenly, as even as you can. And then what you want to do is basically cut the front and the back about the length of a cigar. So I'll show you what I mean. Well, they usually like to cut the tip. So usually they say that the tips of the leaf, which are pointing this way on this table here, have the most strength, and then it gets milder as you get towards the back part of the leaf. So what I try to do is what's really handy about this type of blend is you can see exactly what part of the leaf is going where, and you can adjust it to the type of how you want to blend it. Do you want it to start out strong and then get milder, or do you want it to start out mild and get stronger, or do you want it to try to keep it staying the same the whole way through, which is what I'm going to do here. So by doing that, hopefully you're following along, I'm going to cut the tips off here. So it's about even with the cigar. So we want to keep it about that wide, right? Then we'll rotate this. So we've got about a third of the cigar, and then it's going to burn this way. So it's going to get like stronger as it burns the top part, milder as it burns the bottom part. And we'll cut it off about here. The trick to this is to find the happy medium so that the thickness will be the same across. And that feels pretty good. That feels like it's even. An advantage to this also is it's very easy to try to keep a nice even flat roll so that when you roll it up, it's going to be nice and straight. You're not going to have a thick spot and a thin spot, and it's not going to be very bumpy. You're going to have, if you're not used to rolling and you're doing entubado, when you're pulling the pieces of leaf off and stacking them, bunching them in your hand, sometimes you might not be able to get the right feel. It's hard. It takes a lot of practice to get that feel of a nice even bunch, whereas this is a little bit easier for a beginner to kind of get that nice even bunch that you want. So if you're having a hard time rolling and keeping it even, this might also be a way of bunching your tobacco. So what we're going to do here, got another bunch here, is we're going to get out our binder leaf, which I use for this one. I'm using just some Seco filler that I've prepped up. That's just a Seco leaf. You can use anything for a binder or wrapper if it's, if you want. It's just they're not quite as nice looking. So what we do, we just take our bunch, and just cut this off like that. Now, first I'll show you. So what you want to do is, now this is the key. Now, if you were to just do a book and then just roll it up, then all the leaves are touching each other. You're not really getting a good airflow or air pockets, and you could get a bad burn. So what the double fold does is kind of relieves that. I'll show you. So you fold it in half once, but then you fold it in half twice, like this. So now you've got, can't really, so what's nice about this is since it's rolled twice, once you bunch it, it naturally causes little air pockets from the double bunch so that the air can flow evenly through it. So you're still going to get a good airflow. Yeah. So anyway, so let's bunch this up. So put that on our Condega. Where's our third hand here? There we go. I like to use my third hand. Now, when you're using your filler, if you use practically dry, almost crispy filler, there's no way you can bunch it too tight because it'll just rip your binder. So just roll it up. If you feel any loose spots, you can just roll it a little tighter there. So this is a pretty easy way for a beginner to roll. Now, let's use some of our glue here. There you go. A nice, once you pop that into your mold, it should mold really good. So that is the double fold book method. So if you're having a hard time, you don't really, you're worried about the feel. Now, of course, some of the purists will probably hate the idea of this video because it seems like such a basic way to roll. But I'll show you a picture over here. As far as burn, I've got great ash with this. So you'll notice that you'll probably get a good ash about a third of the way and it'll fall off, and another third and it'll fall off because that's where your cuts are, right? But I've found that it draws great, the burn's great. It's just there's no reason why, not to really like this, why it's not a viable type of bunching. So anyway, if any of you guys find this useful, let me know. And if you have any questions, let me know as well. Hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I'll see you on my next one. Till then, Aromatics, signing out.